Hey guys, welcome back
to another all-new episode of Comic Book Versus Season 5.
Yes, so this is actually, last week we did the Joker and Jack-o'-lantern. This one, we were kind of not doing that, but something kind of similar.
Not bad, because we've already done that before.
Exactly.
But something similar. Something close. Once again, to celebrate the release of Suicide Squad, which just released last Friday, we're doing a matchup. This time, it is Harley Quinn, who of course you saw star in that movie, and Gwenpool. So Josh, tell us a little bit about this matchup. What was the thinking behind this one?
Okay, so we knew we wanted to do a matchup with Harley Quinn. The problem was we had to find someone that was like crazy enough to kind of match Harley's crazy, but in the recent comics, Harley has kind of developed into DC's Deadpool in the way where she kind of breaks the fourth wall and stuff like that. So we had to find someone that could kind of match that aspect of the character. The only problem was, if we were to put her, we've done Deadpool before, so that was kind of out of the question. But we had to find someone that wasn't going to totally outclass her physically either. So we needed someone that basically just had that kind of like crazy insanity mentality that could break the fourth wall and stuff with her. And also, that wasn't, like I said before, totally going to outclass her physically and stuff like that. So kind of stay in her range.
Because we in this series, we like to look for someone with similar power sets. We like to look for someone kind of similar, all around as a character. And honestly, no one in the Marvel Universe feels closer than Gwenpool, I think.
No one's more of a meme.
No one is more of a meme. Like, Harley Quinn has now become a little bit of a meme. Gwenpool is literally like a variant cover that essentially came to life, almost, in a way.
She was a variant cover during the Secret War stuff that eventually became a character that was featured in a Howard the Duck comic for a few issues, and has recently begun getting her own.
She's getting her own comic, yeah.
It's wild.
It's wild.
That shows you the state of Marvel Comics.
What a time to be alive. But yeah, that's another conversation for another day. So Josh, I actually think you were going to go first this time. So let's get down to Harley Quinn's statistics.
Yeah, so Dr. Harleen Quinzel, or Harley Quinn, the slutty clown. She's been called many things at time. She even calls her that. She intentionally has stated before that she like wears this, kind of like sexy slutty clown outfit on purpose. I don't know why. It's actually really interesting if you look at her kind of appearances since the Paul Dini
like starting out in the
Batman show. Like it's a wild change, honestly.
It is, from like the unitard and really being, with that art style, definitely, attractiveness, not one of the things they were going for in the character design. She was there to really be kind of like a crazy sidekick, and then it became more of, I guess, endearing first, and then kind of they were like, hey, what if we dressed her up a little skimpier?
But hey, now Margot Robbie's playing her, and now everyone wants to ride that Harley. But moving on, so strength and speed are both 2 bars, so they're both normal. Harley has no strength enhancements or speed enhancements, even though she is pretty agile. She was a gymnast, in her own right. Now she has 4 bars for fighting because she's experienced. And that just kind of comes from being a sidekick with the Joker, but also being a member of the Suicide Squad, which she has been very prominent since New 52, being a member of the Suicide Squad. Obviously, she's in the movie, and I don't think they'll ever take her away from the Suicide Squad. In the future at least, like she seems to be a pretty prominent member of that now. Durability, she has 3 bars. Her durability is actually enhanced, so she has quite the bit of a pain kind of immunity, so to speak, but also to different chemicals, like gases. So she's immune to like Joker venom and a bunch of other toxins, like poison ivy, for example. Her toxins pretty much have no effect on Harley, which is obviously great for Harley. So that's kind of how her durability is enhanced there. Intelligence, it's 3 bars. So she was an honor student for the longest time. Then she ended up studying criminal, psychology, all that stuff. She started studying the psychiatric field. She was so good at doing that, she was able to, get an internship at Arkham Asylum, which is like a prestigious, criminal, psychiatric institution. So she was a very smart, young lady before she became Harley Quinn. But she was kind of always unhinged since the beginning. In the New 52 continuity, she had a murderous kind of not really boyfriend, but boyfriend, that she kind of like kept the memento of, once he got arrested. into adulthood, and then obviously, you know, she fell in love with the Joker, and then fell out of love with the Joker, and then it's a very complex thing. But my basic point is she is smart, she is educated, so she has 3 bars, and she has no energy projection, so she is 1 for that. And now I will gladly turn over to CJ.
Here we go. I've got the yeoman's work this time. I took the Joker, which I feel like was a little bit more of a well-known character. I didn't really have to do a lot of research for that one. Josh, in this time, doesn't really have to do a lot of research for Harley Quinn. A lot of that is just knowledge that he's got up in his noggin. But I get Gwenpool this time. And boy, what a deep dive that was, trying to figure out how best to explain her powers. So I'm going to try and really quickly run down the origin for you. So Gwenpool is not of this Earth. Nor is she actually really of this universe being the Marvel Universe. She's not from the Marvel Universe. She's from an outside realm where basically all of the Marvel stories, everything happening in the Marvel Universe, is comic books. So it's a lot like our world. So she essentially comes from a world like ours where all the goings-on in the Marvel Universe are comics. And there's no bigger fan of Marvel Comics than Gwenpool. Yes, that is her actual name, Gwenpool, like kind of like Mr. Pool from Deadpool. She's Gwenpool, and that is her actual name. That's why they called her Gwenpool. And so really, we don't know a lot else about her origin yet. We don't know how she came to be here. We don't know what happened to her family. All we know is that she's stuck in this universe, and she's trying to be a soldier for hire, a merc, to make a little side cash while she's stuck here. But really, a big part of her story now is she's struggling to come to grips with the world around her. She's struggling to really get a handle on everything that's happening. She can't really tell whether she's stuck in a real place or if she's stuck in some kind of fictional reality. And that's part of what makes the character so interesting. And going to the statistics, 2 bars of strength. She has normal strength for a girl of her age, height, and size. She's got 2 bars of speed. She's got normal speed for someone of her age, height, and size. Fighting skills 2. Not really all that experienced, maybe in a scrap once or twice, but she is a mercenary for what it's worth. That we don't really know if she has any experience. But durability, 2 bars, a normal human durability for a girl of her age, height, and size. Intelligence, 2 bars. We don't know a lot about her intelligence yet, although I will say one factor here is she does have a very deep and really, really extensive knowledge of comics in general, Marvel Comics, everything therein. I'm not sure where that would help her in this matchup, but who knows? I mean, crazy things happen in comics all the time. Maybe she'll be able to access that, like the Intersect. Purple, 1 bar of energy projection, 0 energy projection from Miss Pool, whose really major ability right now seems to be that she looks like Gwen Stacy, but is crazy like Deadpool, although she has no connection to either of them whatsoever. Interestingly enough, at least that we know of so far. So, Josh, I'm going to go ahead and be kind enough to let you explain why you think Harley Quinn could possibly be Gwenpool in this matchup.
Well, they're both batshit crazy.
Oh, yeah.
In their own right. And in the great words of CJ many years ago, you don't fuck with crazy.
The great words of CJ probably like yesterday, too.
Yeah, yesterday, a few years ago, a month from now.
It's going on my gravestone.
It'll always be present. With that being said, if I had to choose one at least in this fight, I would say Harley would win it. Not just because I'm taking Harley Quinn, but just because I look at her history, I think she's a much better fighter than Gwenpool. I think she has a better grasp of how to kill someone. You know, Gwenpool's been doing mercenary stuff. I know she's killed people in her own way, but I mean, it's like, between working with the Joker and the Suicide Squad, I feel like that just gives you way too much, versatility in that field of, killing. Also at the same time, I feel like it gives you just way too much. Besides experience, it gives you way too many kind of tools to work with. We're talking resources. We don't even know, the type of people Harley Quinn knows, the type of gear she could get. I feel like Gwenpool's kind of, a little bit limited on that compared to Harley. Also, durability. I feel like Harley has advanced durability. She could technically just throw the Joker Venom at Gwenpool, and the fight kind of right there. She'll be fine. She can prance around her, whatever she wants to call her outfit. And yeah. Also, I'm just trying to think. Margot Robbie versus Emma Stone.
That's a tough one. That's actually
Margot
a tough
Robbie.
battle. Yeah, I guess.
Then I just won the fight right there. There you go.
Come on, that's not. We're not gonna do that comparison. Although, let us know what you think about that in the comment section down below. But Gwenpool is an interesting character, and I will say, actually, I have one argument for this. One potential argument, and it's that what do we know from Deadpool comics? You got to expect the unexpected, man. Nothing that you ever expect really happens. Chimichangas. Just random stuff happens. And what would be more unexpected than Gwenpool somehow beating Harley? Although really, Josh, I feel like, doesn't that just seem like something that would happen? But honestly, Josh, I do feel like if they were to somehow get matched up, somehow they just end up becoming friends and teaming up. I feel like that's crazy bitches travel in packs.
You know, you're very right. They probably would just be friends.
They probably would be.
Considering Harley, according to Jim Lee, is the fourth pillar of DC Comics now.
There you go.
After the Trinity, which is wild words.
Gwenpool, the seventh column of Marvel Comics.
I mean, Gwenpool
reference there.
She's a true underdog story, true success story. Grew from a variant cover appearance, just supposed to be a joke.
Yep.
Grew from that to be a character with her own book. I've been begging for Shazam to get his own book for years. And Gwenpool gets a book from a variant cover.
That's the American dream.
That's really literally the American dream.
That's the American dream. With a small loan of $1 million, Gwenpool became the leader of Marvel, the glorious leader. And so, I don't think there's really anything else we can really say about this matchup that wouldn't just devolve into memes. But I'll do LMAO. But just let us know in the comment section down below who you would think would win this matchup, Gwenpool or Harley Quinn. And you know what, guys? We're going to give you an out for this one. If you really do think that they just team up and be friends, let us know in the comment section down below. I got to say that. And also, if you want to chime in on the Emma Stone Margot Robbie debate, go ahead and throw your hat in that arena as well. Any final thoughts?
All I have to say on this is just like, it's like you choose which one. I mean, they're both crazy, but which one would you have the most fun with?
That's a good question. I would say, which one would you have the most fun with that wouldn't possibly kill you?
If you were to be killed, which one would be most worth having fun with? How about that?
That's a good rebuttal. Okay, I'm going to leave it with that. So that about wraps it up for this matchup. Like I said, drop us a line in the comment section down below and let us know who you think would win this battle. Signing off, this is CJ, and for Josh, we'll see you next week.
Margot Robbie. Or Robbie. However you say it.
Good day, mate.